Yo, what up? It's your boy Raider. So today is the big day. Y'all been asking for it, the giveaways. So here we have Aphidus. If you want Aphidus, you know the drill by now. Put Aphidus down in the comments to be entered to win this account with Pallas, Ezio, Harvest Jack, and Madame Saris. So this account is given to us by Dimitri98. He was in the video from yesterday. He did a bunch of rerolls. He pulled the Gallcobar and he also pulled Aphidus, but he is only going to play on the Gallcobar. So this one is for y'all. So we're going to do this giveaway a little different. That being, we're going to do the giveaway drawing for this on Friday. We'll do a stream Friday night, and it'll be for today's giveaway. And then I'll make another video tomorrow with more mythicals on it. So for today, it's Aphidus. Tomorrow will be more mythicals. You get 2 shots at Aphidus, and we'll find out if you win on Friday. Also, if you could, be in the Discord before the giveaway. So join the Discord. I'll put the link in the description of this video. It'll be on my channel page as well. So try and be in the Discord before the giveaway on Friday. And all right, let me show you what Aphidus does. So what does Aphidus do and what is his rankings looking like? He would be, if you go to like the mythical tier list, he's probably like somewhere in the middle. But you know, as a mythical, they get rated pretty harshly just because there's some really good ones and there's some ones that are in the middle and there's ones that are not good at all. But overall, I've heard a lot of good things about him. So what does he do? He has an AoE on the A3, damage increased by 25% against targets under any debuffs, instantly activate 1 tick of all HP burn on all enemies. If an enemy is not under HP burn, places an HP burn on them. So that's a good skill, honestly. You do a tick if you already have burns on them, and if they're not under burns, you put an HP burn on them, and it's AoE, and it looks like it can probably do some damage. But how much? I'm not sure. His A2 is an AoE before attacking, places increased attack buff on all allies. That's nice. Ignore 25% of the target's defense if they're not under HP burn. Will ignore 50% of the target's defense if they are under HP burn. So you really want to have the enemy under HP burn because he'll ignore 50% instead of 25%. And then increase the duration of all enemy debuffs. So overall, it's a really good skill. As just an attack-based champion, this is some good stuff. Attacks one enemy, decreased defense for 2 turns, and places a perfect bail for 1 turn on him. Nothing crazy. This is Ezio does this as well, but this is like 100%, and it places it on him. So that's nice. He'll attack the enemy and place it on them. Each time this champion places an HP burn debuff, decreases the target's defense by 3%, stacks up to 30% for each HP burn debuff on the enemy. Increases champion's crit damage by 10%, stacks up to 100. Whenever an enemy HP burn debuff activates, increases champion's attack by 5%, stacks up to 50, resets each round. Overall, this is a cool champion. And nonetheless, it's a mythical. He will be fun to play with. So here he is, the Beetle, a disgusting little guy. Defense based on the second form. He places a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, also places strengthen and increase defense on all allies for 2 turns. That's a solid little buff there. He goes down to a 3 turn, but it needs 3 books. Attacks all enemies, places stun debuff on them for 1 turn, also places 2 continuous heal buffs. Pretty good, nothing crazy. And then attacks only in place increase accuracy buff on the ally with the highest accuracy for 2 turns and fills their turn meter by 10%. Also not too crazy. The passive, when attacked, has a 100% chance of placing a weaken debuff and a 40% chance of placing a stun debuff on the attacker. So his second form here is just kind of like a tank. He's going to provoke, and then he's also going to put like weakens and stuns out, and then he's going to put stuns on this. So overall, not bad. He's pretty cool. So y'all will have 2 chances at Aphidus on Friday. His aura is attacking all battles by 35%. If it were me, I would probably mainly use his first form. It looks pretty cool. The second form maybe is pretty niche for some different content you could use. Probably like the second form is obviously better for faction wars because he will be able to stay alive better. He can do a lot of stuff for the waves on the other form, but if you want to just nuke the waves, the first form looks like the way to go. Also, 98 has generously given us a buttload of legendaries that you haven't seen. A lot of our legendaries that we've been giving away were part of like the Prism pool and stuff. These ones, we got some pretty unique ones, some pretty cool ones. I'm also going to throw in my Grand Oak Podrick account, so we'll show that one in a minute as well. All right, we have the Grand Oak. So if you want the Grand Oak, put Grand Oak down in the comments, and you can get yourself a nice Grand Oak Podrick. He's a really cool champion. Turn meter fill, remove all debuffs on a 3-turn, increase speed, ally attack, allies joining attack will use their default skills, restore allies, destroyed max HP, continuous heal, and then chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally's active skill. He's really good. As you can see, a lot of people really like this guy. I really like him too, but he ain't better than Theodosia, so we're gonna give him up. Next up, we have Glaicad of the Meltwater. Some ratings on him. He is a solid champion for sure. What does he do? Best known for his revive, 40%, 25% turn meter, increased accuracy, and increased increased defense for 3 turns on all allies. These buffs will be placed even if no allies were revived. That's a nice little addition. I like revivers that will use this skill when they aren't reviving, just because a lot of times they'll have a lot of good buffs. If no allies were revived by the skill, grant an extra turn. Nasty. Increased attack, some perfect veil on everybody. A chance to place is weird, but it can be booked up to 100, and you definitely want to book this guy up. And then the A1 has a chance to freeze. If you want Glaicad, you know the drill. Put Glaicad in the comments. Next up, an OG champion, Mashald. One of the very first legendaries I pulled and played with. A lot of fun, good ratings, used to be terrible. Got a massive buff a long time ago. You can use this skill first, increase speed, increase crit damage, true fear, leech, extra turn. Then you come in with this skill, it's a big nuke, heal reduction, 2 continuous heals on himself, nasty, A1, heals, and will then attack enemies under leech. So it's pretty much like an AoE when he puts his leech out. Does he put, yeah, he puts the true fear and leech out. So he'll put the true fear and leech out, and then when he A1s, he will AoE, and he'll get like heal, so just keep healing himself. He is nasty. Also, I forgot to mention, there is no limit on the number of ones you want to go for. Last time we made it so you could only get like 1 or whatever. If you want them all, put all. If you want certain ones, put certain ones. We'll make a bunch of wheels. We'll spin them on Friday, and we'll do some more giveaways tomorrow, and we'll do those wheels on Friday as well. So load up the comments, have some fun, and we're gonna do a big giveaway on Friday. Next up, Lady of Ireth. She is pretty cool, has some decent ratings. What does she do? She is going to put a strength in continuous heal for 2 turns, decrease the cooldown of all ally skills except this champion's by 1 turn. A nice little cooldown reduction. It's on a 3-turn. That's really good. So you're going to get the strength and continuous heal. You make her super fast. She's going to keep doing resets for you. It's only 1 turn, so it's kind of like a Painkeeper, but Painkeeper has a way higher cooldown on hers. Remove all debuffs. Great ability. Only on a target ally, then heals that ally by 50%. This heal cannot be critical. The target ally is not fully healed. Place block damage buff on them for 2 turns if the ally is fully healed. Fills their turn meter by 50% and heals all allies equal to 50% of the surplus heal. And it gets an extra 20. And the cooldown goes down to 3. Attack 1 enemy, instantly activate 1 random continuous heal buff on all allies with less than 85% HP. Not a bad champ. Put Lady of Ireth in the comments if you want her. Next up, another OG champion, Vizier Ovelis. Not many of you may want him, but maybe somebody who's a big Vizier fan. Any of them that don't get claimed will give away in this stream. He's really kind of known for the debuff spread. He's really known for Clan Boss back in the day. Perfect Veil on this champion for 2 turns at the start of each round. Yeah, taking 2 random debuffs from the target, place them on all enemies. Block buffs, decrease attack, heal reduction. This is what I think most people used him for back in the day for Clan Boss. He has a 50% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs. Does not get used a lot now, but back in the day, a lot of people used him to extend the debuffs. All right, we have a new one. Glorious Pallas. Glorious Pallas. Glorious P. Her ratings are like damn near all 5s. But a lot of people will want this one. A lot of people were hyped when they saw Dimitri post this in chat. She is sick. She is about probably as good as you can get without getting the mythical. Maybe some people even want her more than Aphidus. She's that good. She does a revive, 50-50, strengthen, increase speed on a 4-turn, remove all debuffs, places a block debuffs, and a fervor on a 3-turn. Fervor is a kind of a newer buff. It's pretty sick. Attacks one enemy with 1 random ally from the Argonauts. The ally joining the attack will use their default skill, heals allies by 10%. And it goes up to a 30%. That is a juicy ass heal for an A1. And if you have Pallas, because this account comes with Pallas, Pallas is going to come in with his A1 every time, keep landing decrease attack. And if they're under burn, he's going to place the unresistible decrease attack. And that's pretty nice. Up next, we have King Gallcobar. Ratings, not that great, kind of like a Vizier, but you know, maybe somebody's favorite champion is King Gallcobar. What does he do? Remove all debuffs on all allies, place continuous heal for 1 turn on each ally for every debuff removed from them. Places a shield buff for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 25% of this champion's max HP. You build him tanky. It's on a 3-turn. That's nice. This is also on a 3-turn AoE, 80% chance of removing all buffs. So he does a buff strip and places 5% poison for 2 turns on each enemy for every buff removed on them. Also has an 80% chance of placing a block buffs. So this is kind of conditional. If you don't remove any buffs, then I guess you're just placing 1 poison, which is not that great. If you remove a lot of buffs, it could be really good. And then A1 places shield buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. The value of the shield is equal to his max HP of the ally's max HP. My bad. Build him tanky. Could do some cool stuff. Probably not the worst champion. Probably better than what his ratings are. But obviously not a GOAT. All right. We have our first double Lego. We have a Staltus. I know a lot of people love the Staltus. And we also have a Morrigaine. Morrigaine is a good turn meter booster. Fills the turn meter, decreases the enemy's turn meter, steals all buffs. She also has, where's it at? Right here. Start of each turn places 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns on the enemy with the lowest HP. This is really good for Amius. A lot of people love her for Amius. And then Staltus, as you know, good against the dragon, reflects all that shit back on the dragon. You'd love to see it. We'll call this one Staltus, or if you want Morrigaine, call it Morrigaine. All right, we have another pretty cool one. It has Stokk and it has Richtoff. Richtoff has poisons, and that's about it. He does some poison shit. He's not very good, but maybe he's good with Ezio and Stokk on the same team. Stokk, as you know, does his poison stuff. Places 2 poisons on all enemies for 2 turns. If a target is under HP burn debuff, places 3. Also places continuous heals. He will instantly activate 1 tick of poison and HP burn on all enemies, and 1 tick of continuous heal on the allies. He's a really good champion. You can show his ratings. Pretty good almost everywhere. Probably not in the Fire Knight. No, well, he does have a multi-hit, but he's probably okay for the Fire Knight. Just maybe not Fire Knight hard and such. We'll call this one the Stokk account. All right, last but not least, for 2 days giveaway, we have the Frog. Amok the Frog. We've given out a buttload of Frog accounts. He's got his block debuffs on allies for 2 turns and a heal. Removes all these buffs, turns them into their mirrored equivalent. Pretty cool champ. His ratings are fair, About a 4. Whoa, zoom in right on the frog. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. So that is it. This was the last one. Comment down below which champions you want. If you want all of them, put all. Remember, we're doing the giveaway on Friday. Today is Tuesday. So Friday stream, we'll do a wheel spin. We'll do another giveaway video tomorrow. Comment down on that video tomorrow. For those champions, we'll do a bunch of wheels. We'll do a bunch of giveaways on Friday. And I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.